thank you so much for joining me, Dave Lewis, on the Valder Beebe Show live out of Dallas, Texas. I wanted
Thanks for
to
having
have
me.
an opportunity to hear your information because that you're considered one of the leading experts in your field. So if we can get started, I want to hear some of the latest trends on cybercrime.
Well, some of the latest trends that we've seen out of our Talos Intelligence Group here at Cisco is that in the last quarter, attackers have been going after, rather heavily after, healthcare organizations, hospitals, and things to that effect. As well, we're continuing to see ransomware and phishing attacks as being prevalent concerns.
I want my audience to know that Dave Lewis is a global advisory Cisco. He's global advisory at Cisco and at Cisco Security. So the information is very informative and what we need to hear. Dave, what are some of the common cyber threats that individual businesses, and let me put it this way, I'm in the city of Dallas, Texas, and yesterday the city is under ransomware attack. And so, the rest of us little businesses, we're just quaking in our computers in the sense.
Unfortunately, this is a real and present danger. And the key piece of the puzzle for the individual as well as the companies is to be aware of phishing emails. Now, this is the main vector that attackers are able to get into organizations. So that if somebody receives an email and it looks like it is, offering a $200 gift card to some retailer, people have to take a moment to pause and say, is this too good to be true? Unfortunately, far too often people are like, great, fantastic, click the link, and then it unfortunately installs ransomware or some sort of remote control software, or they steal your usernames and passwords. People have to be quite vigilant and be willing to ask questions. So if you're not sure about an email that you're receiving, ask your security folks, or if you're an individual, look for some organization that can provide information and feedback to help you better understand as to what the possible risk is.
I'd like to know if I clicked on that email, which was designed for nefarious reasons, but I've got a group of computers in my network. Will it just be me, or will it be all the computers in the network? Can you speak to that?
Well, it depends on the particular software, but the thing is, if they're all on the same, if you'll pardon the parlance, the same piece of wire, there is a real possibility it can propagate from one system to the next. Hopefully, there are controls in place to help mitigate against that sort of thing, but it's something to always be aware of that could potentially spread to other systems in your environment.
Cisco recently unveiled its new Cybersecurity Readiness Index. What is that, and tell me more?
So this is an absolutely fantastic report where we talk to cybersecurity professionals around the world to get their perspective on how they saw their maturity as a security practice, and be able to distill that against their peers in other industries as well. And what we found was really interesting is of all the organizations that were polled, 15% of them saw themselves as mature. And that if they had a cyber incident or a cybersecurity attack, that they felt that they could weather it and come back out the other side in reasonable shape. Most other organizations fall somewhere in the middle of the pack in that they are working very diligently to try to get to a better security posture. But we have to make sure that we understand that the attackers are constantly changing their attack methods. So sometimes the defenders are playing catch up, and we want to make sure that we understand that this is not an end state you can ever get to. That is constantly an iterative process that organizations need to work towards. And I think that organizations are, by and large, doing a far better job of getting more secure as opposed to where we were 20 years ago.
What is your personal outlook for us as small businesses in 2023, and what steps can we take to be safer?
Small businesses, have some sort of security program internally. Security awareness programs, there are all sorts of them out there. There are some that are free resources. Be able to educate your employees because, we're born into this world defaulting to trust. We're looking for food. We're looking for shelter. Most people never really get too far away from that core principle. And we have to make sure that we're arming people with the information so they can make better choices. Because if they're clicking on these email links, that's a problem. You can put in controls like multi-factor authentication, which is better than static username and passwords, and it would reduce the risk for small businesses. And this is something that is fundamentally doable now. Also making sure that your systems are patched to current, laptops, desktops, servers, and as well as your mobile devices. A vast majority of us do almost all their shopping on their mobile devices now. And if you're not applying security patches, you could be exposing yourself to undue harm.
So is it kind of, finally I'll wrap up with this, so it looks like we all need our own IT specialist.
Well, we have the capacity to better educate ourselves. I mean, we learned how to use forks. I mean, we can learn how to do security as well. I do believe that collectively we can get there.
Dave, online, where can my small business listeners and individuals go for more information?
Absolutely, yes. Check us out at cisco.com/go/readiness index. We have a report there, plus all sorts of useful links. And drop us a line, because Cisco is here to be your trusted partner.
Dave Lewis, thank you so much for this great information. That'll help us change our lives. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
Hey, I'm Valder Beebe. I broadcast on radio, streaming TV, podcast, and in print publications. I interview the world's most fascinating authors, all because I love a good book. This summer, I partnered with WPS for BB's Summer Book Giveaway. We're giving away New York Times bestsellers and award-winning books. Books that inspire me, and I'm sure they'll inspire you. To be eligible to win a copy of Jesus Can Give You a New Life, answer this question: what is God's greatest gift to mankind? You'll find the answer in John 3:16 of the Bible. Send your response to the email at the bottom of the screen. I'm Valder Beebe, and I'll see you for the next BB Summer Book Giveaway.